And good morning, Newton Falls. Good morning, everybody. I'm Dave Lynch. I'm the city manager for Newton Falls, Ohio. This is our regular morning update, Tuesday and Friday mornings only at around 7:30 in the morning, brought to you at zero cost to the taxpayers. And we're delighted that you're tuning in today. It's about a 15-minute program just to bring you up to date on what some of our businesses are doing and what's happening in terms of government regulations and sort of related to the whole COVID-19 experience that we're all slowly but surely dealing with and maybe even emerging from. Well, before I get to our guest on the live line, I wanted to say congratulations to Harry Shaver and all the crew over at the Newton Falls Street Maintenance Department. We had a company in town that was doing our street resurfacing throughout Newton Falls, and Harry and his crew really do the oversight to make sure that the seams are done right, that various aspects of the resurfacing in Newton Falls are done correctly, and they just did a wonderful job. And last year, we had a record number of streets resurfaced in Newton Falls. This year, we surpassed that record. Promises made, promises kept. Harry Shaver and his crew did a great job. I also want to talk about something else that's going on in Newton Falls beginning on Monday, and that is that we are doing COVID-19 testing again. And the COVID-19 testing is one you have to pre-register for. It's happening next week and the week after that. So here's all you have to do. Call the city manager's office, 330-872-0806. And if you do that, you will be given the opportunity to register so that you can have your name in a slot. You do have to be age 18 or older. You have to be asymptomatic. And in addition to that, you do have to be a resident of Newton Falls, but also we're including residents of Braceville and residents of Newton Township. So come on in and get that COVID-19 testing. 330-872-0806. You must be pre-registered. And I will tell you, get your calls in because at a very brisk pace, people are calling and looking for the opportunity to be tested. The cost is zero to residents of Newton Falls, residents of Braceville, and residents of Newton Township. And if you've been tested before, even by us, that's okay. The COVID-19 virus is such that you can be negative on one day and for one reason or another, positive on another. So feel free to come in even if you've been previously tested. Well, let's get right to it because this is one very, very busy weekend. And the person who stands at the top of the business activity pyramid here in Newton Falls is the president of the Newton Falls Commerce Association. On our live line right now, Pam Pretty. Good morning, Pam. How are you?
Good morning, Dave. I'm fine. How are you?
Great, great. It's great to have you on the live line. Well, a lot's happening this weekend. We've got garage sale weekend, but Sunday in particular is a big deal. And what's fascinating about it is, as president of the Commerce Association, you began promoting something called Dicker Days just a few weeks ago. It's already mushroomed into a pretty big deal. First of all, Pam, tell everybody what Dicker Day is.
Well, Dicker Days, I don't know if a lot of people know, started in Newton Falls about 1881, and the last Dicker Days occurred in 1987. So it's a long history in Newton Falls, Dicker Days, but what it is that, the businesses in town put their wares on the sidewalk and people can dicker price with those vendor or store owners on various items that they're selling.
Well, let's talk about that a little bit. So to dicker means to bargain or haggle over price. And I mean that in the most positive way, right?
Correct.
Okay. And this is all happening on one day, Sunday, August 16th. Is that right?
Correct. The Sunday from 10 to 4 p.m.
10 a.m. until
So,
4 p.m. And it's on Broad Street in downtown Newton Falls?
yes.
Okay.
The vendors will be lined up on the sidewalks, and then we'll have some down at the Four Corners there. We have about 16 people or 16 vendors that want to participate. So for just being a couple weeks, we have a lot of people who want to take part in this. So that was good to see.
Yeah, yeah. Pam, obviously this is a very long history. You said it goes back to 1881, so it goes back a long time. It's funny, it is something about human nature. People like the idea of being able to haggle and sort of have a little back and forth over the price of things, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
It happens every day.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I've traveled in the Far East before, especially in some of the Asian countries. And when you're out at an outdoor bazaar in India, no one expects that whatever the retail listing price is of something that you're going to ever pay that price. It's kind of a granted or taken for granted that you can bargain a little bit back and forth. And I think people actually like it.
Yes, I think the banter back and forth, brings people closer together, and they get to know the vendors and the people that they're dealing with when you're haggling back and forth for those items that they want to purchase.
Yeah. Pam, years ago there was a book written by Herb Cohen called "You Can Negotiate Everything," and this guy really believed that the dickering was so much part of human nature. He would go into a Sears Roebuck, see the retail price for lawnmower, and start dickering with the salesman. And 9 times out of 10, it actually worked.
Yes, it does. I deal a lot with antiques, and we do the same thing in doing dickering with people who are selling them, or even when we buy. We're dickering the price with people.
Sure.
So
sure.
It's fun to do.
Now, another thing I wanted to point out before we get to the garage sale is that you're the president of the Commerce Association. That's why having this Dicker Day is kind of exciting that you've brought it back again. However, you are also the head proprietor of something called the Broad Street Cafe, which is a little bit further on down as you get to the bridge. But you're going to be there on Broad Street, on the main part of the Broad Street section as well, with some of your wares, right?
Yes, we are. We're going to be right next to the Field View Mercantile. So we'll be set up right next to them and between Broad Street Vintage. So we're going to be set up right there. We're going to have some baked goods, some antiques, crafts, a bunch of different things.
Well, this is the shameless plug department now of our program, and I do want to talk to Broad Street Station Cafe. It is a really cool sort of a bakery item and other homemade food item kind of emporium, and you've done an awful lot of improvements over in that location as well, haven't you, Pam?
Yes, we have.
Yeah, and it's quite beautiful. Pam, tell us a little bit about the Broad Street Station Cafe. What kind of things can people find there?
As you know, with COVID, we've been closed for a little while, though we do take orders from people. But the cafe itself is, we don't have a menu. It's just day to day. Whatever I come up with or whatever I think about making, that's what I make for that day. I don't like to, as my husband says, I don't like to have the same thing day after day. So I'm always changing it up and making different things. As far as baked goods, we do pretty much anything. Cupcakes, muffins, cakes, whatever. I do a lot of those things.
Sure. And
Cookies.
Pam, will you take orders if somebody has a birthday coming up or some event? where they need a bunch of cookies or cupcakes. Will you take orders if people call you?
Yes, just this past weekend we did. Somebody was having a business party, for over the weekend, like a
Sure,
company picnic.
sure.
So we made some picnic food for them and, delivered it and, for about 30 people. So, yeah, we do that. We do a little bit of catering, I guess.
All right. And the Broad Street Station Cafe number is 330-872-8305. 872-8305. And that'll give people a chance to try their wares or taste the wonderful wares of the Broad Street Station Cafe. Well, Pam, now we're going to talk about the garage sale, because not only is Dicker Day Sunday and not only is the Broad Street Station Cafe going to be there, but Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is garage sale weekend in Newton Falls. What can you tell us about that?
Well, the garage sale weekend, from what I see posted, we have about 97 garage sales going on.
Oh, my goodness.
Those are just the ones that have listed themselves as participating. I'm sure there's probably others, but if you look on Facebook under the Newton Falls Community Garage Sale, they have all the addresses listed on who's participating. So it's kind of grown over the last few years. To a number of people throughout town participating in the garage sale.
Well,
The Commerce Association is in charge of that also, and it's been, I don't know how many years that garage sale's been going on, but it's grown. It's grown quite a bit.
yeah, I'll say, well, the neat thing about the garage sale thing is that normally, if you're going to have a garage sale, you can't have a garage sale every weekend. So you actually have to contact City Hall and have them notified, and then you have your garage sale, and only limited number during the year. However, on garage sale weekend, you don't have to contact City Hall. If you've got a garage, or maybe even if you don't have a garage, you just have a driveway, you can have a garage sale this weekend. And I guess what I'm suggesting to people is, first of all, if you're going to go around the garage sales, bring cash. Most people in their little home trying to get rid of a coffee table are not going to be processing credit cards. So bring cash. And the other recommendation I have, Pam, is that you kind of peruse the neighborhoods before you make your final decision. Because, Pam, we've got so many garage sales that if you're looking for a coffee table, there might be 30 different coffee tables around town. Is that good advice for people trying to navigate their way through the Newton Falls garage sale weekend?
I think so. And the other thing is, too, I was always told that if you've never seen it before, buy it. Because you'll never see it again.
Yeah.
The other thing is, too, is that with all these garage sales, you could dicker prices, too. You can haggle. So it kind of ties in with Dicker Days, having the garage sale at the garage sales at the same time as Dicker Days, so they can haggle with the homeowners to get those prices where they want to pay.
Right. Well, Pam, I think one of the reasons that's a good idea is that when somebody puts something outside for garage sale, frequently it's because they want to be rid of that item. They want it out of their house one way or another. And so many times the homeowner isn't looking at it as a business transaction, but as a space clearing endeavor. And, something that you think you should pay $50, $75 for, you might be able to walk out for only $3.
Yes. I praise these people for being able to put all this together, their garage sales, to clear out their house and, whatever items they don't want, and get it ready and get it set up for the entire weekend. It takes a lot of time to prepare for a garage sale.
Yes, it does. And a lot of time to put everything back in order after the garage sale. So, Pam, well, first of all, congratulations to you as president of the Newton Falls Commerce Association. You guys have done so much I can't even get into a list of all the things that you've done, but this weekend in particular, the Dicker Day activity on Sunday, the garage sale, your own contributions as a member through the Broad Street Station Cafe. Newton Falls really seems to be coming into its own in terms of the way the Commerce Association, the community, even the local government are all sort of working together. So nice going, Pam.
Thank you. I think with the Commerce Association, it was a little laid a little low for a number of years, and we're trying to build it back up and work with the area businesses. And this is a way to, with Dicker Days, is to get those vendors back in front of people. With COVID, it's been kind of dry or delayed because people, haven't been out shopping or doing, things or eating in restaurants and, things like that. So hopefully with Dicker Days, it gets people back out and using the businesses in town.
Well, that's right. And I want people to understand, and I want to promote the Commerce Association. If you operate a business in Newton Falls, even if you have a home-based business, let's say you're sort of helping to sell software out of your own living room, you can join the Commerce Association. You don't have to have a storefront to join. Isn't that right, Pam?
That's correct. You don't have to have a storefront, or even as an individual. You don't even have to own a business. You can be a member of the Commerce Association just as an individual.
Yeah, that's right. Pam, is it okay if they call you at that 872 number if they have inquiries regarding the Commerce Association?
Yes, they can.
Sure.
Or they can contact us through Facebook. We also have email address and a web page, so they can contact us any way they want through those.
Yeah, so if you Google the Newton Falls Commerce Association, you'll get all that information. Is that right?
Right.
Okay. Well, listen, as president of the Commerce Association, proprietor of the Broad Station Cafe, easy for me to say, and somebody who's really injected life into the community business relationships here in town, I want to say thank you, Pam. We're excited about Dicker Day, and you better watch out for me. I'm going to be dickering with you over the cost of that poppy seed cupcake. Okay, Pam?
Okay, we'll see who wins.
Okay, okay. All right, thanks. Pam, you have a great weekend. We'll see you over the weekend.
Okay, thanks, David.
Okay. Folks, that was Pam Priddy, president of the Newton Falls Commerce Association. Man, do they have a busy weekend. And that means for all of us, a busy weekend. We are in the dog days of summer, and it's a great time for people to get out and about and emerging more from the COVID-19. As you participate in these activities, try to keep your social distancing. I think that's important. And otherwise, enjoy yourselves. We're slowly, very gently inching towards a more normal state of affairs here in Newton Falls. Well, as I say at the end of each one of these broadcasts, folks, stay close to our Heavenly Father so He can watch over your family through prayer. And in addition to that, God bless America and God bless the city of Newton Falls.